Hello everybody, welcome to Immediate Meteorology. In this video we'll be talking about my summer 2020 forecast and what we could expect this year in summer. Before we get started with this video, please hit the subscribe button if you like weather content like this and hit the bell to never miss a weather update or forecast just like this one. Also, I now have a Discord. Actually, I've had it for a little while. I'll have the Discord invitation in the link in the description below. If it's expired, go ahead and let me know. I think I put the setting where it should be fine and there shouldn't be anything like that. It shouldn't get expired. So like I said, in today's video we'll be talking about these regions, about where we can see more precipitation, below average temperatures, and just the overall forecast, etc. So here we're looking at the overall forecast. Let's look at tropical activity there for most of the Gulf Coast and a bit of the southeast coast for places like South Carolina and Georgia. Already they're seeing tropical activity, especially South Carolina and now Louisiana, because Tropical Storm Cristobal is now approaching very uncomfortably close to the coast of Louisiana, and they are now getting hit hard by what is expected to be from it. Let's look at that red region. Actually, that area is supposed to look to see less severe weather, surprisingly. This severe weather has really not been that good, not that exciting. Everyone thought that this will be one of a big historic season. We did have a historic season for Dixie Alley, but not at all for Tornado Alley itself. So they're looking to have less severe weather. But then we do have two regions with more severe weather. The first region is for a lot of the Midwest and Northern Plains, for places like North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, etc. And then surprisingly for New England, with what the models have been showing in terms of Cape and all, they're looking to also have some severe weather, and already this year they've had a couple of slight and enhanced risks, surprisingly. Let's look to in between there at the cold blast. Basically, as simple as it says, at random times on different days, they'll have a burst of cold, 40s, 50s, mainly 60s or 70s. Not too cold, especially since it's summer, but for more places like northern Michigan, it is possible to be in places like the 50s or maybe even 40s. And then we have a bigger green region called stormy. That's mainly for the mid-Atlantic and a bit of the Ohio Valley and the southeast states. Nothing severe, just general summer thunderstorms that pop up at random times. So that area is just looking to have regular weather and just regular pop-up thunderstorms that a lot of places see in that area. Now we have three more regions to look at. The biggest one out of all, hot and dry for the Four Corner states, Nevada, and California, and a bit of the southern areas of Oregon. Not something new. I've had this in the past two forecasts actually, except a little bit, and the other ones are a little bit more western, not including so much the Four Corner states. But in my May and June 2020 forecast, I also had hot and dry there, and then also for my spring and summer early 2020 forecast, I had it in that area. So it's looking very likely for it to be very hot and dry, but not, that's usually something we see over there, especially with their deserts and not seeing that much rain. And then we have droughts in that gray region for places like Wyoming, Colorado, and Nebraska mainly. So part of the Rockies, I'd say, more droughts, especially for Nebraska. Nebraska usually sees severe weather around this time, but they're looking to not actually have that much rain, and there could be some very long-lasting droughts. And then for the final region, for the northwestern United States, extra dry. They usually do have a dry weather up there, but this season is looking a little bit more drier than normal. Here is our temperature outlook. There for our below average, we have that for So we have it for New England, some of the Mid-Atlantic, the Ohio Valley, Midwest, and the northern half of the plains, and a bit of Wyoming and Montana getting in there. Um, we'll see below average temperatures, a couple degrees below than usual. And then we have another darker shade of color, actually, which is even more below average for Wisconsin, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, and Illinois. You notice that that's also the area where we can see severe weather, so look out for that. Now we have two kind of separated regions of above average temperatures. First, for Florida, not something new we see. They always have above average temperatures in the 90s and possibly sometimes over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. We don't have a second degree above average, but we do have the first degree there for southern Florida. The panhandle looks to be at average temperatures. Above average there for a lot of the west United States and the west coast, especially Texas and the Four Corner states and the west coast coastal states. And then the second degree above average is covering Nevada, California, and Oregon. So we're going to see very hot temperatures there, which is somewhat likely for what we see almost every summer for that area. Here is our precipitation rate. A little bit wonky there, as you can see. First, we'll look at the below average. Surprisingly, we do have below average for Oklahoma and Texas. And also, in the area that's above average temperatures, we're looking to see it in that area, basically, of California, Nevada, and Oregon. So that whole area of the West Coast, mid-South United States, to a bit of the Four Corner states will be seeing below average precipitation, so not as a couple inches less, and then above average there for the Midwest and northern plains. And then we have the rest of the above average stretching all the way from New England to the Mid-Atlantic, Ohio Valley, and a bit of the northwestern plains. Now we're going to take a look at our model so I can show you guys what I used to determine this. The first model we're going to look at is our temperature CPC probability outlook. Here is first our 6 to 10 day. Very similar to the model I just showed with that before, with the colder temperatures off to the east. Actually, we do have some colder temperatures off to the west also, but also for like the mid-plains and places like that, they can also see stuff like that. Here is our 8 to 14 day probability outlook. Usually the 6 to 12 day is more accurate, but I just wanted to show you this. You can take a look at that real quick. Alright, here's our 3 months, so from June to August, so basically covering all of summer. Almost hotter than usual in a lot of these places, but actually average for a lot of the plains in the Midwest and a bit of the Ohio Valley. The highest that we have is there for the Four Corner states, basically from a 70 to 80. And then we do have an area for New England that's very hot, 60 to 70. That's why I was saying there could be a chance for more severe weather in those areas. And then regular 60s to 70s everywhere else, and then 33 to 50. Here's our 6 to 10 day precipitation probability outlook. For the East Coast there, and especially New Jersey and Pennsylvania, we are seeing just a little above average precipitation, but then we do have a very high above average there for Oregon and California. That'll be some brief thunderstorms and showers. And then we do have a little bit there for New Mexico. And then we have a huge area of the United States that have very below average, all the way up to 70 to 80 there for Missouri, Illinois, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Arkansas. We are seeing a lot of below average precipitation. Here's our 8 to 14 day. You can see that actually pushes off both ways, both west and east, but then the areas for Oregon push up north. And it's not as high as the one before, but they can still see below average and above average in those regions. Here's our 3 month. Most of the eastern half of the United States is over above average, but not too much. And then a lot of the northwest United States are looking at below average there. Alright, with that, I absolutely thank you guys for watching. If you like weather content like this, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to never miss a weather update or forecast just like this one. If you want to join my Discord, link is in the description below. Let me know if it's expired. It shouldn't be because I put the setting on for it not to expire, but just let me know. With that, I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.